After 17 years of research, Harald Granza succeeded in developing a range of unique quantum physical energy products. His intensive research collaboration with Dr. Bruce Lipton, and above all the years of development work with Dr. Robert Becker and the Dr. Becher Institute in New York, laid the foundation for the unique Qi Quant technology.
The three most important components of the Qi Quant products are: first, the application of frequencies onto carrier materials that can no longer be erased, the generation and stabilization of quantum fields, and the introduction of these frequencies into the stable quantum fields.
All Qi Quant devices operate with free energy and without electricity. The generated quantum fields contain all cell, earth and sunlight frequencies, which ensure natural regulation on all levels within the human organism. As a result, the body's self-healing powers are activated. What does that mean exactly? The energy plate Quick Earth is being tested. 28 different test subjects are participating in the study. Quick Earth is a filling station for the whole family and can counteract everyday stressors. We are taking a closer look at 2 test subjects.
At the moment, my condition is such that I didn't sleep very well last night. That means my current state isn't as fresh as I usually am during the day.
My head feels a bit more open, a bit freer in my mind. That could improve, yes.
Denise Hintermeyer runs a naturopathic practice in Switzerland. One of her examination methods is dark field microscopy. Before using the Quick Earth energy plate, she examines the blood of the test subjects.
With dark field microscopy, we take a drop of blood from the patient's finger and then look at it under the microscope. And the big difference compared to the conventional blood analysis in mainstream medicine is that we assess the living blood. You can see here in the flow that lemon shapes are forming. On the one hand, they naturally form because the blood is flowing, but on the other hand, it also shows that there is a certain liver strain present. You always have to interpret them based on their quantity, and if there are as many as you see here in all the different areas, then you would definitely want to take a closer look at the liver. This is a so-called symplast, and symplasts differ in their coloration. Here we have a symplast that is primarily green in color. This means that the entire upper abdominal area, especially the liver and gallbladder, are not functioning optimally. So this is consistent with the other metabolic issues I've mentioned so far. It's basically like a big pile of waste in the body where it tries to bind substances that it hasn't been able to eliminate yet.
Gerhard Breuer also examines the test subjects before the application. Gerhard Breuer is the owner of the company Medivital Healthcare. He examines the subjects by measuring their heart rate variability.
We have 2 major nervous systems. The central nervous system is what I'm using right now. When I move, that's controlled by the central nervous system. Then we have the autonomic nervous system. As the name suggests, it is autonomous and does everything on its own. That means organ functions, heart-brain coordination, heartbeat and breathing are all essentially controlled by the autonomic nervous system. If this system is out of balance, it leads to chronic disorders that, over time, can really cause severe damage.
Are there actually measurable changes in the test subjects? The test subjects stand on the Quick Earth energy plate for between 7 and 15 minutes. This allows for direct energy replenishment and harmonizes the energy system simply by standing. In doing so, it supports other energetic and medical therapies. We want to see exactly what happens.
What I felt was a strong tingling in my hands, starting from the fingers and moving up towards the shoulders and neck. There was also a tingling sensation in my legs, though not as pronounced as in my hands. Afterwards, I definitely feel more relaxed, which was also my goal for this morning.
But is the subjective result of each test subject also measurable? Naturopath Denise Hintermeyer examines the blood again.
As we can clearly see, the red blood cells are now floating freely. There are hardly any more signs in the intercellular spaces. The activity is much higher. The tension of the red blood cells, they are radiant, beautifully round. Everything is moving smoothly. It is a striking change compared to before the application and now a few minutes after the application. A very nice result.
After 8 minutes of application, the blood profile has changed significantly. The blood now has optimal radiance and mobility. The signs in the intercellular spaces are hardly present anymore, and differences can also be observed in the other test subjects.
Here we can clearly see how, on the one hand, the radiance of the red blood cells has massively increased in the short time of application. The red blood cells are freely floating, mobile, and naturally exhibit a high level of activity as a result, which means that metabolism can proceed much more efficiently than if, as in comparison here, they are lying relatively close together and in some cases even sticking to each other.
After 12 minutes of quick earth, the blood profile appears harmonious. Many erythrocytes are now floating freely. Metabolism has ramped up, circulation is activated, and oxygen capacity is increased. And Gerhard Breuer is also collecting new data using heart rate variability measurement.
So compared to the first measurement, we've achieved that the body actually regenerates better here, right? He gained a few percentage points there, and his sympathetic nervous system, meaning the one that was too active, that was actually too high. Well, it's allowed to be high, right? Otherwise you become sympathetic atonic. If you become sympathetic atonic, the stress load is even higher, right? That means he basically did nothing other than what he was actually supposed to do. He reduced that at the expense of this.
The heart rate variability measurement also shows a positive result after the application. Regeneration was stimulated.
So before and after measurement, on the left, the measurement before the plate, on the right, the measurement after the plate. Basically, we achieved an excellent result. Of course, in the first measurement, you were relatively at the lower level, right? So in terms of regulation, it was very, very poor. We have improved that significantly. That means we actually reduced it by 2/3. This means your body is now much, much more capable of helping itself rather than needing something from the outside, right? Here we have this STNM value, the sum of all the rhythmograms in the body, which we have doubled.
The result of the heart rate variability measurement. Here too, the regenerative capacity was enhanced by the use of the energy plate. Dr. Veronika Löhnert is a general practitioner and orthopedist in Vienna. She is getting an overview of the measurement methods used here.
From a purely conventional medical perspective, this is something that is not done. So for me, it is still conventional medicine. All of you is very doctor learned about dark field microscopy and histology during the first part of our studies, learned how it works, and also looked at our own blood, but not with the interpretations that are made here with these methods. But there are some aspects that in fact any conventional doctor or anyone who simply observes can see, and the interpretations can also be derived from conventional medicine. So the second method is heart rate variability. This is a method that, although it is not yet routinely used in clinics in Austria, there are a great many studies on it, and it is also recognized.
Dr. Veronika Löhnert evaluates the results of all participants who were measured before and after using the Quick Earth energy plate.
There were 28 people. Among them, there were also some who did not react strongly. That has to be said as well. Then there were others who reacted more strongly, so I simply looked at the numbers and calculated the average. For me, that's already an indication. So I think that if you have larger numbers, it might become even clearer and there will probably be fewer outliers. But for me, it's already a sign that something is happening.
It's like my head feels clear and open somehow, and I always feel good after using the plate.
The longer I stood on it, I was on for 12 minutes, the warmer I got, and I felt completely calm. You can really tell that you feel somehow fitter and recharged.
The energy plate Quick Earth. It increases vitality and strengthens the immune system. The effect of the energy field, with the right resonance, remains active for hours in harmony with the body's own fields. Regeneration occurs.
Yes, for me it's sensational. It's a great thing. Yes. So for me it's convincing. There's enough evidence to say it's highly recommended if used regularly both for prevention and therapy.